This video is brought to you by Sutco Transportation. We bring you a 29-year history of providing operational excellence in transportation, a broad portfolio of specialty transportation services providing transportation procedures, consistent results, state-of-the-art technology, a commitment to health and safety, transparent communication and consistent workflows, and a customer-centric focus. At Sutco Transportation Specialist, we understand that managing your supply chain can be a daunting task. That's why we offer end-to-end third-party logistics solutions to help you streamline your operations and grow your business. Our experienced team will work closely with you to understand your unique needs and develop a customized logistics plan that meets your specific requirements. Just head over to sutcotransportation.ca and get your free quote right now. Good morning. We're on Osoyoos Lake. Beautiful, beautiful Osoyoos Lake. Minus all the little flies and bugs. I was following this RV that I was just tired of following, and the sun's getting low, so I guess this is where I'm going to shoot a video today. Of course, you guys get to ride on top. Open the doors, people give you more room. There we go. Can't see. What does that look like? Well, it's gonna have to do because I can't see. Alrighty. Here we go. Just on the outskirts of Osoyoos. Like I was saying, I was following this tour bus size RV for the last 45 minutes, and the bus knew how to do 100 in a passing zone but 60 everywhere else. So I'm like, you know what, let's just pull over, start a video. By that time he's way ahead of us and I don't have to deal with him, and it's a steep climb coming, so he'll be way ahead of us. I don't have to deal with him for another long time, hopefully not at all today. If I do catch him, hopefully it's in a spot that I can get past him, but his driving style is one of those that's almost impossible for a big rig to pass. So because of that, I had no intention of shooting video here, but this climb never gets old, right? 3 forward-facing cameras, climbing out of Osoyoos on all the switchbacks. Can't really go wrong, can we? Let's do this hard climb. We're not super heavy. We're heavy, just not super heavy. I don't even know what our actual weight is. I haven't bothered weighing, so obviously not that heavy. You guys have seen this hill many times, but it never gets old. Like, it's magic hour, gnarly Canadian highways during magic hour. My favorite time of day to be recording, driving out of the sun 1 hour before sunset. if it hadn't been for that slow RV, we would have been a lot further down the highway before I hit record. So if you like these gnarly switchback roads, you can thank that RV. You're welcome, RV. Thank you, RV. What, you know what? Never mind. Never you mind. Never mind. Starting to slow down already. Our four-way flashers on. Speed limit's 80 up this climb. But we're gonna be slow. Probably gonna be 30-ish. See. Be my guess, 30, 35. Doing 40 kilometers an hour right now. So we may be a little lighter than I even thought. Seems like we've stopped losing speed, so this might be it. How was your weekend? It felt short, man. It felt so short. I got home on Friday at about 3 p.m. and left Sunday at 4 p.m. So 49 hours at home. I asked the boss what my next load is, because that would depend what time I'll leave at home. If the next load is a short little piddly run somewhere, I wouldn't leave until much later and not deliver this at 7 a.m. But I know I'm delivering this in Castlegar. Picked up this load in Winfield, Oyama. Winfield wooden lathe. It's basically dunnage for a lumber company. Delivering it to Interfor Castlegar. Then we're running empty over the Bombay or around, maybe through Nelson. We'll see which route I want to take. Bombay might be faster. With an empty trailer. Empty trailers. Load at Porcupine Lumber, which is just north of Salmo, and then we're delivering that to Surrey for morning delivery. So that'll be a good solid run. Bing! Sharp curve ahead. Is there a way of turning those bings off without muting Garmin altogether? I would like to know how to do that. I'm not sure if I know how. sunset like that. Just so beautiful. This lake down there. Like I said, best time of day to hit record when you're driving out of the sun. Since we're zigzagging back and forth, we get to drive into the sun a little bit, so we get the best of both worlds. Yeah, we've been pretty steady here. We're doing 37 kilometers an hour, so definitely a little quicker than I thought we would be. Around the corner, actually gaining a little bit of speed around the corner. Got to take advantage of the flatter corner. Got up to 45. 33 kilometers an hour. This is a 7 to 8% grade. This one I can't do at full speed. Like right here is a fairly steep section. This is 8% for sure. GPS agrees. It says 8%. Up behind us, can't see anyone. Stay here as long as we can. Alright, closing the door. Here's the beautiful viewpoint down overlooking the Okanagan Valley, overlooking Osoyoos, and overlooking Orville in the US. that's it for the viewpoints. Still have to do a bunch of climbing, but that's it for the viewpoints. Viewpoint here. If you're westbound traffic, get a good viewpoint of the valley there.
No, what's up? I just want to do a quick stop at the bridge when we get there. Stop. If that's okay with you. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Now here comes a different bus. Universal coach lines. Don't know what that means. It's a tour bus or just a transportation bus, or at least it's not a bus on sightseeing tour like my last one. So this is Anarchist Pass. Not sure who was into anarchy over here. I don't know if there was some kind of battle or why it got the name of Anarchist. Here the sun has set already. But we're just on the east ridge of this one particular mountain. A passing lane, nobody behind us, so it doesn't matter. And for those of you that are inevitably going to say, dude forgot his signal light on when you guys are watching on the mirror cam there. In British Columbia, it's a legal requirement for trucks and slow vehicles to use four-way flashers. Even here, just the sun shining on the grass, golden grass, but just beautiful time of day. we do the switch again. We've got more to go. Looks like that's some kind of construction site. First aid vehicle, mobile treatment center. Up here it gets flat for just a little bit, but then we have to continue climbing. And even when we get to some dips, we have to keep climbing. Here comes that mobile treatment center. CRL. Hey, we've made it up to the speed limit. I could turn my four-way flashers off, but there's no point. Chase our shadow around the corner. I think this is the last switchback. I think after this we do lots of corners, but it's not really switchbacks, it's more like just S-curves. So yeah, at home, Jess has gotten some of the parts to her computer. So hopefully she gets all the rest of the parts this week. She's got them. She's got the CPU. She's got the CPU cooling fan, and heat sinks and stuff like that. All of that huge cooling heat sinks. She's got the graphics card. She's got the new hard drive for an M2 slot. Still needs the RAM, needs the motherboard, needs the case. Pulling the power supply out of her old computer. And those cases are notorious for arriving damaged. When FedEx delivered the graphics card, they didn't even knock on the door. The graphics card is $1,300. So a signature is required to receive that graphics card. The FedEx guy did not knock on the door, literally just dropped the card, the whole box at the door, because Jess heard the thump of a graphics card box being dropped at the door. And then he didn't bother knocking, he just scribbled some scribbled signature on the delivered and then left. Just left $1,300 sitting at the door. A package that requires a signature to be delivered. Didn't bother knocking, just dropped it. Jess was right there, she could hear the thump. So by the time she got to the door, he was long gone. And then Purelator with the CPU on Monday said nobody at home to deliver to. And Jess is like, dude, I've been up since 5 a.m. waiting for this CPU to come in. All of a sudden you get an email saying nobody to deliver to. I've literally been sitting here waiting for a knock. So she contacted them and malarkeyed. Told them how much malarkey that was. And they're like, okay, we'll deliver it tomorrow. Next day, failed to deliver. We'll hold at home or at the Purelator store for pickup. She's like, okay, fine. She drove into Purelator on Tuesday morning, pick it up, and they're like, oh yeah, that's in the bag to be delivered again tomorrow. It's like, dude, I've been home waiting for this card, sitting here. Literally, that's why I'm staying home and not trucking. We live on the 3rd floor. No, there's no doors to get by. Our apartment door is open to the open air. 3rd floor, like a balcony staircase to get there. The driver's just too lazy to go upstairs. Or they're just overworking, because everybody seems to have that problem. They're overworking their drivers. Amazon packages, they don't knock, they just drop them at the door. And that's third party that's delivering. It's not even Amazon delivering it. It was Dragonfly something or other delivering Amazon packages. So all the delivery services just suck. Can't even say one is good and one's bad there. They all just suck. And yes, we're doing speed limit now. The speed limit's 100 now. But that doesn't mean we're done climbing. But luckily, all the most expensive parts have been delivered. Like I said, we still have our RAM, our case, and our motherboard that needs to be delivered. And if one of those doesn't make it, it's not the end of the world. It would suck, but it's not. It's the CPU and the GPU that I was worried about. See, now that we're at the top of the mountain, we got these magical valleys and rolling hills. Last final push to the top of Anarchist. From now it'll be pitch dark. Winter is coming. I do have all brand new tires on my truck. My steers, my drives, it's all brand spanking new tires. My trailers all have good tread on them. Be good for tires for a month or two. Having said that, this truck needs to go in for a CVI. Gotta make sure I remind the boss. Gotta get the CVI in before it expires. Here's the final push, the final hard climb. Down there. Big heifers. empty flat deck. You can do it. Oh yeah, you got lots of room before we get to the summit. Oh, he's not empty. He's a drop deck, but not empty. He's got one lift of fences. Here we go, Anarchist Summit. It's all downhill from here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Yeah, tomorrow's video. First thing in the morning, we'll be driving into the sun, and then after that, the longer I wait, the more into the sun we'll be driving. See how the timing of all that works. Should be interesting. Now we're in the leeward side of the mountain. Road sign was blinding me. There's some corners here in the winter you gotta really take your time. My buddy, so running a Super B, we have 30 tires on these trucks and trailers all together. This corner here is what gave my buddy his nickname of 30-wheel drift, because he drifted this corner with a Super B without crashing. When you slide the whole truck and both trailers sideways around the corner, half jackknifing, because just black ice can show up, very surprisingly. But it's been raining the whole time. How is there black ice here? Just the famous corner for black ice. It's on the leeward side of the mountain. It gets colder quicker. On the windward side, it gets sun for longer. So it can be one of those little tricky corners. Anyhow, it's going to get dark on this side, so we'll call it a day. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out of here. See you guys tomorrow. You guys absolutely rock.